Jeopardy! Now entering the studio are today's contestants. A retired federal employee from Bryan's Road, Maryland, Rosemary Webb. A lawyer from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, Jack Ramieri. And our returning champion, a trade commissioner originally from San Francisco, California, Bob Hunt, whose one-day cash winnings total $15,100. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny Gilbert. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our program. Bob Hunt, our returning champion, was the big winner, I believe, last week for a single game, over $15,000. That's pretty good going for a half hour's work. Jack and Rosemary would like to enjoy that kind of success as well. We'll find out if it happens today. Good luck, players. Here we go. The Jeopardy round coming up for you. With one daily double in one of these categories. You're looking at World Geography, Cowboy Talk, Weights and Measures, U.S. History, Food, and finally, First Novels. I will give you the novel. You identify the author, if you would. Bob, start us off, please.
First Novels for 100, please.
All right. The clue is Carrie. Rosemary.
Who is Stephen King?
Yes.
First Novels for 200, please.
Sister Carrie. Bob.
Who is Theodore Dreiser?
Correct.
Novels for 300, please.
This Side of Paradise. Bob.
Who is F. Scott Fitzgerald?
Correct.
Novels for 400, please.
The Naked and the Dead. Bob.
Who is Norman Mailer?
Right.
Novels for 500, please.
Goodbye, Columbus. Bob.
Who is Philip Roth?
You are right again. Nicely done. $1,400 for you.
Could I have U.S. history for 100, please?
During a 1977 blackout, 9 million people in this city and its suburbs were plunged into darkness. Bob.
What is New York?
Yes.
History for 200, please.
Shawnee Indian chief Tecumseh died while fighting on the side of the British during this 19th century war. Jack.
What is the War of 1812?
Right.
U.S. history for 300, please.
This oil scandal led to the 1923 resignation of Interior Secretary Albert Fall. Bob.
What is the Teapot Dome scandal?
Right.
U.S. history for 400, please.
FDR's proposal to increase this from 9 to as many as 15 was defeated by the Senate in 1937. Jack.
What is the number of justices on the Supreme Court?
That is right.
U.S. history for 500,
The
please.
answer there, the Daily Double. Jack, you have $600 to risk.
I'll make it a true daily double, please, Alex.
All right. Here's the clue for you in U.S. history. This cabinet department was created in 1979 with Shirley Hufstedler as its first secretary.
What is HUD?
No, sorry. What is the Department of Education? Department of Education. So that cost you. You're back down to zero. Select again.
World geography for 100, please.
Answer. The name of Ontario may mean near the water, a reference to these famous falls. Bob.
What are Niagara Falls?
Right.
Geography for 200, please.
The southernmost of the Channel Islands. It's famous for its purebred cattle. Jack.
What is Guernsey?
No. Bob.
What is Jersey?
Jersey. The other one, yes.
World geography for 300, please.
Ostend, which the Flemish call Oostende, is a fishing port and seaside resort in this country. Bob.
What is Belgium?
Right.
Geography for 400, please.
You'll find this city, Nepal's largest, in the foothills of the Himalayas. Jack.
What is Kathmandu?
Correct.
World geography for 500, please.
Guatemala and this neighbor border Mexico on the southeast. The neighbor is Belize. Belize. All right, that takes us to our first commercial break. Jack back on the plus side, which is good news for him. He has $200, Rosemary $100. But so far, it's all Bob, $2,400, as he leads at the halfway point in the Jeopardy round. We'll get back to you shortly. Right now, let's take a break.
I'll never forget the day Andy finally snapped. And all because of Swiss Chalet's plump, juicy flame-cooked chicken. He drove that route for years, and every day, there it was, daunting him. How Andy longed for that delicious chicken and sauce, but he could just watch as others were served with a smile. Till one day, he couldn't take any more. It's no ordinary chicken.
Your local Chrysler dealers invite you to take the Intrepid Value Challenge. Voted Car Guide's best buy in a family sedan, Intrepid comes with a $1,500 rebate, plus more standard features than the competition, including V6 engine, air conditioning, and more. And a price that gives you the best value in a family sedan. Only $20,288. Compare for yourself. Take the Intrepid Value Challenge now at your local Chrysler dealer.
Young Megan here is eating the strawberries her mother picked last summer. Hi, I'm the Ziploc Finger Man. Ziploc freezer bags lock fresh picked in, lock freezer burn out every time. Because only Ziploc has the new clicking zipper. You can actually feel the seal. Wow! You can see the difference Ziploc freshness makes. It's written all over her face.
If you want to play on the best grass in the world, eliminate all your dandelions and a whole bunch of other weeds too with Killex.
Killex from Green Cross. First aid for lawns and gardens.
Thank you for staying with us, Jack. You make the next selection. See what happens.
Weights and measures for 100, please, Alex.
Because it began with the new moon, this length of time was named for the moon. Jack.
What is a month?
Yeah.
Weights and measures for 200, please.
If you're playing in a big one of these, remember it's equal to 3 statute miles. Bob.
What is a league?
Right.
Weights and measures for 300, please.
Gas in the United States is sold by the gallon. Gas in Canada is sold by this measure. Jack.
What is a liter?
Right.
Weights and measures for 400, please.
For diamonds, a point is 1/100th of one of these. Bob.
What is a carat?
Right.
Weights and measures for 500, please.
No question about it. This unit of electrical power was named for a great Scot. Jack.
What is watt?
Yes.
Cowboy talk for 100, please.
It's a pen or enclosure for livestock. The OK is the most famous one. Bob.
What is a corral?
Right.
Cowboy talk for 200, please.
Cocinero was another term for the person who had this job on the trail. He worked out of a wagon. Jack.
What is a cook?
Cook, yes.
Cowboy talk for 300, please.
A greenhorn was an inexperienced newcomer, and this similar word referred to a flashy gambler. Bob.
What is a tin horn?
Tin horn, right.
Cowboy talk for 400, please.
As a verb, it means to mark a trail. As a noun, it's a white mark on a horse's forehead. Bob.
What is a blaze?
Blaze, yes.
Cowboy talk for 500, please.
From the Spanish for let's go, it means get a move on, partner. Rosemary?
What is vamoose?
Yes.
Food for 100, please.
Grown for its root, celeriac is a relative of this plant grown for its stalks. Jack.
What is celery?
Correct.
Food for 200, please.
The Bibb type of this vegetable was first cultivated by a man named Jack Bibb in the mid-19th century. Bob?
What is lettuce?
Yes?
Food for 300, please.
The mock type of this soup is made with a calf's head cooked in water. Jack.
What is turtle soup?
Right.
Food for 400, please.
When dining from one of these Scandinavian hors d'oeuvre tables, begin with the herring. Bob?
What is a smorgasbord?
Right.
Food for 500.
Beurre manier is a thickener composed of flour and this substance kneaded together. Bob?
What is butter?
Butter, that's right. And that does it for the Jeopardy round, and we have Bob at 4,900. Jack has moved up to 1,700, and Rosemary has moved up to 600. And now we can spend a few moments finding out about our players. Rosemary Webb from the Washington area, WJLA land, a retired federal employee. It says here you've written several original mystery games. When you say you've written mystery games, is this for parties or special
Absolutely.
events?
Dinner parties, friends, family. I have a wonderful group of friends who enjoy dressing up, fantasizing, and solving mysteries.
I see. So I might be going to a dinner party, and one of the actors, one of your friends, might be posing as a waiter or a
That's correct.
cook?
Everyone comes in a role.
Do we get a
one
prize
time
if
or
we
another.
solve the crime?
Absolutely not. You get a good dinner, though.
Oh, okay. Jack Remieri is from the Cleveland area, although you reside closer to Windsor, Ontario?
That's correct, Alex.
Says you were a lawyer who recently hosted Wedding Jeopardy. What is a Wedding Jeopardy?
Oh, that's right, Alex. What happened was a couple of very dear friends of mine got married, Alan and Alicia, And instead of having the traditional banging of the table with the utensils at the wedding to get them to kiss, their friends came up with a wedding Jeopardy board. And as you weren't available, I took your spot for the evening. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
A good time was had by all.
Yeah? Okay. Bob Hunt is our champion. And Jack was just talking about weddings. You married the first person you ran into when you visited Australia?
Oh, that's right, Alex. I first went to Australia for the Australian government about 5 years ago. Our plane flew into a cyclone. We were delayed by 4 hours. We had to set down in Fiji to refuel, and my luggage went on to Taipei without me. I emerged 5 hours late from immigration. The only person left in the airport was the young lady who was arranging my schedule for me. And the upside of this, of course, was that we fell in love almost instantly. We had a long and very expensive trans-Pacific romance. We married. I went to live in Australia, and we have a beautiful Australian-American daughter,
You
Isabella.
think it just happened because of the site? She planned it all. We'll take a break. We'll come back after this.
Lately, I can't get Dairy Queen out of my head. It's got me thinking Sunday every day. Now, when I buy a hamburger super value meal, I get a sundae for 79 cents. A burger, regular fries, and a drink. All for just $2.99. And a sundae for 79 cents extra with this or any super value meal. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
So I'm working for Quaker State. My assignment is to come up with a name for their new oil change centers. When suddenly, all this weird stuff starts happening. No matter what I do, there's this letter staring me in the face. And then one day, it hits me. I'm gonna call it G-Lube.
I don't know, Morty. It looks more like a Q to me.
Introducing Q-Lube Oil Change Centers, a Quaker State company.
It is time
for something special! Live on stage at the Princess of Wales Theatre. Disney's Beauty and the Beast. For tickets, call 1-800-461-3333. Call now.
Check out these latest features at one of your favorite summer places. You're completely covered at Jerome Taylor's Cartown Used Car Center. When you buy or lease a used car, truck, or van, it's guaranteed. Jerome Taylor's Cartown, Provincial at Cabana. There's something new every day at Windsor's International Freedom Festival, June 20th to July 4th. It's fireworks, parades, sports, music, and more. It's great family fun. Put a smile on your face. Visit your favorite summer place.
It's 10 weeks before the '92 Summer Olympics.
With Silken, I think it's a fine line between perfection and self-destruction.
And the unthinkable happened.
Says she was 3-4 weeks behind being ready.
A true story about the triumph of the human spirit. Golden Will, the Silken Lawman story. June 26th on BBS. Brought to you by Chrysler Canada, official sponsor of the Canadian Olympic team.
Thank you for staying with us. We're going into the Double Jeopardy round right now. With 2 daily doubles in these categories. First one looks like a year, and it is 1601. Good year. Colleges and universities. Art and artists. Health and medicine. The Bible. And finally, we'll deal with some Bens and Jerry's. Rosemary, start us off.
Bens and Jerry's for 200, please.
In 1995, Deadheads mourned the passing of this singer and guitarist. Bob.
Who is Jerry Garcia?
Correct.
1601 for 200, please.
France's Gobelin factory began weaving these wall hangings in 1601. Rosemary.
What are tapestries?
Yes.
1601 for 400, please.
The word for this hot drink first appeared in English in 1601, though it had only one E on the end. Bob.
What is coffee?
Right.
1601 for 600, please.
Devereux Tower, part of this British landmark, was named for Robert Devereux, a prisoner there in 1601. Bob.
What is the Tower of London?
Correct.
1601 for 800, please.
On Tycho Brahe's death in 1601, Johannes Kepler was named to this post in Rudolf II's court. Jack?
What is Royal Astronomer?
That's it.
1601 for 1,000, please.
This death be not proud poet lost his job and was jailed when he secretly wed his boss's niece in 1601. Rosemary.
Who is Don?
John Donne, yes.
Colleges and universities for 200.
The Institute of Arctic Biology is connected with this state university. Jack.
What is Alaska?
Right.
Colleges and universities for 400, please.
This D.C. school, named for a president, was founded by a group that included a president, James Monroe. Rosemary.
What is George Washington?
Yes.
Colleges and universities for 600.
Bates College, located in Lewiston in this state, was the first coeducational college in New England. Jack.
What is Maine?
Right.
Colleges and universities for 800, please.
After the Civil War, the predecessor of the university of this state moved from Ocala to Gainesville. Rosemary?
What is Florida?
Yes.
Colleges and universities for 1,000.
Auburn University was this state's Polytechnic Institute from 1899 to 1960. Rosemary?
What is Alabama?
Correct, for 1,000.
Art and artists for 200.
The 670 extant letters he wrote to his brother Theo reveal his thinking during his short art career. Rosemary?
Who is Van Gogh?
Right.
Artist for 400, please.
In 1987, Romare Bearden was awarded the National Medal of Arts by this U.S. president. Rosemary?
Who's Reagan?
Right.
Art and artists for 600.
While living in Wittenberg, Lucas Cranach the Elder became a friend of this religious reformer. Rosemary?
Who is Martin Luther?
Yes.
Art and artists for 800.
The answer there is one of the daily doubles. And boy, have you made a comeback, Rosemary. You've picked up over $4,000 so far in this round, and you are now in second place with a chance to take the lead.
1,000, please.
That'll do it for you. Here's the clue in Art and Artists. The central panel of his The Garden of Earthly Delights portrays lust in all its forms.
Who's Bosch?
Yes, Hieronymus Bosch is right. Go again.
Art and artists for 1,000.
In the 1950s, along with flags, he painted targets, numerals, and letters of the alphabet. And the artist was Jasper Johns. Rosemary, pick again.
Ben's and Jerry's for 400.
Like the character on his sitcom, this comic is compulsively neat. Rosemary.
Who's Jerry Seinfeld?
Right.
Ben's and Jerry's for 600.
Krishna Banji is the real name of this Oscar-winning portrayer of Gandhi. Bob?
Who's Ben Kingsley?
Yes.
Ben's and Jerry's for 800, please.
He played doomed lawyer Paul Bryan on the TV series Run for Your Life. Rosemary?
Who's Ben Gazzara?
Correct.
Ben's and Jerry's for 1,000.
He wrote several plays with Charles MacArthur, including The Front Page. Bob?
Who's Ben Hecht?
Good for 1,000.
Health and medicine for 200, please.
Normally, these occur about once in every 90 births, but fertility drugs can increase the chances. Bob?
What are twins?
That's it.
Health and medicine for 400, please.
Double pneumonia is so named because it affects both of these organs. Rosemary?
What are the lungs?
Right.
Health and medicine for 600, please.
A tonometer, which measures pressure within the eye, is used when testing for this disorder. Jack?
What is glaucoma?
Right.
Health and medicine for 800, please.
This cancer, of which there are many types, derives its name from the Greek words for white blood. Bob?
What is leukemia?
Correct.
Health and medicine for 1,000, please.
Fluoxetine hydrochloride is the medical name for this leading antidepressant. Rosemary?
What is Prozac?
That's it.
The Bible for 200.
He was called the beloved physician. Rosemary?
Who's Luke?
Yes.
400, please.
The book of Acts tells of his shipwreck off Malta while on his way to Rome. Bob?
Who was Paul?
Yes.
Bible for 600, please.
While being stoned, this first Christian martyr cried, Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. Bob?
Who was Stephen?
Yes.
The Bible for 800, please.
King Ahab worked wickedness in the sight of the Lord, whom this wife stirred up. Bob?
Who was Jezebel?
That is right. And now the last clue is yours, Bob. It is the second daily double in this round of play, and you have a $1,500 lead at the moment over Rosemary.
1,000, please.
All right. The Bible is the category. Here is the clue for you. This Babylonian king cast Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into a fiery furnace.
Who was Belshazzar?
No, sorry. Who was Nebuchadnezzar? Nebuchadnezzar. So you are still in the lead, but the margin is closer now. $500 separating you from Rosemary, and Jack, with $3,900, still very much involved in this game. Final Jeopardy still to come. Think about your wagers while we show you the prizes for the runners-up. John?
Today's second-place contestant will receive the Gateway 2000 Family PC, a quality multimedia personal computer that the whole family will enjoy. Great to have at home or anywhere from Gateway 2000. For today's third-place contestant, the Uline Combo 29 Ice Maker Refrigerator makes up to 22 pounds of ice each day. Flexible shelving, needs no drain. Dads love it from Uline. All contestants will receive Jeopardy's tribute to the Olympic Games produced by Bud Greenspan. 100 years of Olympic history are celebrated in this commemorative video, which includes a special introduction by Alex Trebek. Alex?
Thanks, Johnny. Final Jeopardy category as we start off the week is famous women. Good one. We'll be back with a clue in a moment.
Introducing the new Pepsi Stuff catalog. Now, the more Pepsi you drink, the more great stuff you're going to get.
Sure beats the boss.
There's something very special that comes with every Nectal Food Market. It's the people who work here. Every Nectal Food Market is independently owned and operated, so you really can say that Nectal is part of the community. We take pride in finding the freshest produce and the finest meat for your family. Service, quality, and value. We call it doing good things for good neighbors. It's always been that way. It always will be. That's our commitment to you. Nectal Food Markets, your local store with big savings.
You put away a bit of money. Not a fortune, but with each passing day, it grows. Every so often, you stop and think about it. You feel good. That's the beauty of saving. And when you buy Ontario savings bonds, you feel even better. Because you're investing in your future, your children's future, and Ontario's. Buy Ontario savings bonds. Competitive rates, 100% secure, RRSP eligible. Available everywhere, June 1st to 17th.
Midnight snack. Little bit of Philly. Well, I never was one to resist temptation. Philadelphia has 60% less fat than butter or margarine. And it tastes... angelic.
With 60% less fat than butter or margarine, Philadelphia cream cheese is a little taste of heaven.
Hi, I'm Bruce Williams on 1 o'clock live tomorrow. We're going to have a guy that was a star of the TV show The Love Boat. Remember the guy that played Gopher? He's involved with Goodwill Industries now. He's going to tell us what he's been up to lately on 1 o'clock live tomorrow. Veterinarian Dr. Tiro DeLangley and Adopt a Pet Day tomorrow on 1 o'clock live.
Possibility exists once again of a very big payday for our champion, perhaps matching what Bob picked up last Friday. We'll find out soon enough. Famous women is the category. Our players will have, as always, 30 seconds to write down their question. Here's the answer, players. In 1849, Zachary Taylor eulogized her, saying, "She was truly our first lady for a half-century." Good luck. Jack, we'll start with you. You demonstrated some knowledge of American history a little while ago in the earlier rounds. Let's see if you were able to come up with this famous woman. You wrote down, who is, you started off with who is Madison? No, you crossed out with, you started out with Martha Washington. You crossed that out. Who is Madison? And that is right. Dolly Madison is correct. So you will add, oh, nothing. You'll remain at 3,900. Let's go to your left now to Rosemary Webb. She had the 9,000 in second place. And her response is incorrect. Her wager, 6,000. That drops her down to 3,000. This might work out for you, Jack. Let's see. As we go to Bob Hunt, he had 9,500. His response is right. His wager, was humongous, 8,600. He winds up with 18,100 today and a two-day total now of 33,200. Way to go, Bob. What a way to end last week and what a way to begin this one. Terrific. And a great game to boot. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. See you all tomorrow. Take care.
Today's second and third place contestants will receive Zostrix, the pain reliever rheumatologists choose for their arthritis pain and their families. Needs no prescription. Zostrix, the one rheumatologists choose for their own. General Nutrition Centers has it, natural ginkgo biloba plus tablets, an herbal extract that's a smart choice worth thinking about. Trust only Breath Assure, the all-natural internal breath freshener to give you clean breath for hours. There is no substitute. Available at fine stores everywhere. Rejuvex, the best-selling nutritional supplement for women during menopause and after. Rejuvex for women during menopause and after. Jergens Body Shampoo, now available in original deodorant and moisturizing formulas for a clean that never felt so good. Hey, Remington, shave this. The Remington Triple Foil, the only shaver with 3 microscreens, now has a 50% greater cutting rate. If you can grow it, we can shave it. A recent study confirms again that America's favorite reading skills program, Hooked on Phonics, really works. For more information, call 1-800-ABCDEFG. This is Johnny Gilbert speaking. Jeopardy was created by Merv Griffin, produced by Columbia TriStar Television,